Hello friends, this is Sai Fanindra from SQL School with over 14 years of technical expertise, completely on Microsoft technologies, including SQL Server, with development, administration, and Microsoft BI platform that includes the business intelligence, MSBI, and Power BI components. I assure you, my complete practical trainings and real-time methodologies throughout the course, basic to advanced level. And in this particular session today, let's understand what is Power BI and why to choose to go for Power BI. Let's understand. So the agenda is what is Power BI, as simple as that. Well, and we'll slowly understand our course details and the course curriculum, like the type of tools and the prerequisites to get into Power BI step by step, end to end. Well, so before we start off, to understand what is Power BI, yes, as you see on my screen, a sample report that we are going to design by first or second day of our course, something like this. Well, Power BI is more into reporting. It also contains good amount of, we say, ETL extraction or data extraction, transformation, loading, and modeling components. Data modeling, we call it. I mean, the way we read the data, the way the Power we intercept the data is always based on something called relations, links, format, shaping. So data modeling includes a play area to get into relationship modifications or format modifications or the way data has to be represented to end users. For example, from date of birth, you may need to derive age or group Jan, Feb, March into one particular component called quarter one. Or you would like to relate to unrelated remote tables or remote data sources into a single destination. So reporting and data modeling are the two primary focus areas of this great tool, Power BI. And here we go. This Microsoft BI platform includes two different components. Generally, many people ask us, what's the difference between Microsoft BI, MSBI, and Power BI? Simple difference, straightforward. And yes, here it is. MSBI includes database design. We need to design databases plus also generate reports. Whereas Power BI is completely into reporting. There are different types of reports again, like we have interactive reports, paginated reports, mobile reports, analytical reports, and there are good amount of tools for these report design. So here it is, friends. MSBI, design of databases and design of reports. Power BI, it just into design of reports with data modeling components. Accordingly, there are different tools that we need to understand to design those reports and to make them live in production environment for end users. We have Power BI Cloud, one production unit, and Power BI Report Server local to your company, second production unit. And we have other additional installations we need to take in our course, like gateway installations. Yes, friends. This is the one and only one PPT for the entire course, 100%. Yes, our course would be completely into technicals. It's not like a PPT kind of show. It's completely practical right from the next class. And this is our actual lab plan. Come on, let's understand, friends, what is Power BI and why to go for Power BI step by step, one by one. So just to save time, I got my notes ready, and yes, friends, on my screen. What is reporting? A mechanism to access, present any type of data to end users. And these reports are of four types. We have interactive reports, paginated reports, analytical reports, and mobile reports. Here it is, friends. We got interactive. The first and foremost one you see on the screen. These interactive reports are used for or generated by developers and can be modified by end users in case if they need to, or in case if they were given permissions to do so. Yes, and they are completely cloud based. The interactive reports are completely cloud based, and yes, in some cases they can be hosted on the report server as well. For now, remember, interactive reports are generated by developers, can be edited by end users. Paginated reports generated by developers cannot be modified by end users. For example, a bank statement. There is nothing for me to modify now. They mailed me a bank statement at the end of every month. They mail me the bank statement at the end of every month. I look into it. I understand where I am, right? That's how we do. Like, need to understand where we are and how we need to plan for the next month and all those things. It's all about planning based on the report. There is nothing to edit. Whereas sometimes you are given a table report, you would like to make it a pie chart or a different shape, then we require interactive reports. Analytical reports are generated using Excel and something called DAX, data analysis expression, a user interface language, and it mostly works with Excel activities, something like this. Let me show you. Here we go. You got Excel, and on top you got something called Power BI add-ins, and from Power BI add-ins we can continue. Say select a particular value and say pin to Power BI cloud directly. Fine. For now, we'll come back to this Excel separately after a few minutes. Now, Excel and DAX together will help us to design analytical reports, mobile reports. These reports are generated for mobiles and tablets. The reports are generated for mobiles and tablets, and we have a separate set of tools for this purpose. Well, during our course, we'll be installing those tools. Very easy and straightforward interface. Now, what is Power BI then? So far, we understood what is reporting, types of reports. Now, what is Power BI? A suite of tools, a set of tools used for end-to-end reporting operations, right from the data source access. You have some PDF data or Excel data to report. Then you design the report, you store the report, you secure the report, and give it away to the end user on a recurring basis, timely basis, scheduled basis, like end of every month or end of the day, end of the quarter, etc. Power BI includes data extraction, data modeling, and reporting activities. So how is Power BI different from MSBI? MSBI involves design of databases plus design of reports. Whereas Power BI involves 100% report generation, 100% design of reports only. And during this process, we perform extraction of data, transformations, modeling, and lot of other stuff as well in the process of reporting. So what are our daily jobs then? What we need to do at our job desk? Well, friends, these are all the common questions we generally see during our enquiries or the registrations. And yes, they are very much required before we step into the Power BI technical information from the next class. Very next class. Completely example based. So let's get the basics first. What are our job roles? Yes, we on a day-to-day basis we read the data, we access it, we read it, and we understand the data, validate the data, validate any type of data. Yes, and format the data. You don't like the format of a particular value, you would like to change the format from dollar to euros, euros to rupees, etc. You don't like to have the complete country name, you would like to have a short form, like it should be IND. I don't want it to be India, I want it to be IND. I don't want it to be United States of America, I would like to get it USA. Shortcut formats. Get it ready for end user report design. Access and format data from multiple data sources, and they can be dynamic data sources as well, and design reports and get ready for the end user report access and edits. Generate dynamic data content, we call it as streaming data, and design data staging and formatting structures using something called Power Query M language representation. Design dynamic calculations, data comparisons, reports using DAX, and secure, share, or manage the reports for end users. Yes, these are all the common daily routine activities we perform. Don't worry, we'll take them slowly with examples one by one in our course. Now, here we go, friends. With this information, let's understand now with a small example on how the Power BI report looks like. Something like this on my screen. Something like this on my screen. Here it is. Just put it, and here we go. Yes, and this is what I'm talking about, friends. Live environment, live data. Yes, connecting my temperature sensor to my laptop, and from there we can read the actual humidity in my room, something like this, and the current time right now. It's morning India time. Yes, it's all about live operations, live environment, either from cloud sources. We'll be taking cloud sources in our course, or non-cloud, we say on-premise sources, database sources, and file sources, web sources, what and what not. And we call them interactive. I mean, you click on something here and something else will change automatically. This is called the interactive reports, dynamic reports, and changing the things. I mean, it's all about user interactiveness. Now, back to my screen. So we have different career options in Power BI. Business analysts, they are into data modeling and report generation. We also get the junior position of business analyst as data analyst, and Power BI developer, writing some basic level SQL queries and then data modeling and designing the reports. Power BI admins, administration, management of Power BI activities. Very less into data modeling, but it's more into managing the reports. And it's always into security operations like cloud security and data scientists. They involve again SQL queries, data modeling, report design with Python or etc. These operations. Now here it is. I'll make sure this notes is available for your download while you're accessing this class, this particular video class. I'll ensure the notes is available download at the download section for you to go through it once. And the possible data sources that can be used in Power BI. Here it is, friends. In our course, we'll be taking few file sources, database sources, Azure sources, and other sources including Facebook, Google, Power BI data, or Hadoop, etc. With all this information, understanding what is report, what are the types of report, and what is Power BI and how to go about with the Power BI job roles. After understanding what is MSBI and what is Power BI, MSBI, Microsoft Business Intelligence, designing databases and reports, core IT job, core IT engineering. Power BI, it's into techno-functional, as well as it can be completely technical or it can be techno-functional. It's more into reporting environment. So you got few or all these job roles. Of course includes, our course includes all these job roles anyway. But in real life, we may need to perform only few out of them. Maybe core reporting or core modeling or core management activities of the reports. And you got the possible data sources. And from there, the lab plan. So in our very next class, from our very next class, we shall be understanding how to use each of these tools carefully step by step. And here we go, friends. In our course, we have the step-by-step activities. So here we go. Yes, we are into Power BI. So we got the step-by-step activities right from the installations to basic examples. And for every concept, not chapter, but for every concept, there would be mock tests, mock interviews, along with the answers. And it's like an open book exam. After the chapter, you would be given a mock test. You'll try to do it, but pretty sure the answer should be also interesting and technical, practical. Yes, it's not a namesake questions and answers. Those are mainly intended not to test the technology, but to test our understanding of the examples and give the clarification. So we'll do it carefully, concept-wise mock tests along with the answers throughout the course. And the course is divided into 3 different modules on my screen. The course is divided into 3 different modules. Module 1, 6 chapters completely into report design and visualizations. And second module completely, again another 6 chapters completely into Power Query and DAX. Power Query and DAX, DAX, Data Analysis Expression Language. These two, Power Query and DAX together, are mainly required for data modeling operations in Power BI, like extracting the data, shaping up, getting it ready for end user reports. Then finally comes a third module for another 6 chapters on Power BI Cloud Service and Power BI Report Server admin activities. Yes, you got 3 different modules, 6 chapters each. So total of 18 chapters right from the basics to integrations, DAX, Power Query, Cloud, Admin, etc., and API operations called as application programming interface activities. Finally, our course includes a real-time project. Yes, the project that can give us nice information for our resume with total of 3 different pages along with the interview questions on a customer profitability environment. We'll be taking it in such a way it is useful for our resume and job work. In addition to that, our course includes MCSA certification guidance and material pertaining to Power BI, and these two are the codes MCSA 7778. These are Microsoft exams 7778 and MCSA, and I'll just put this way MCSA 7779 exam. For these 2 exams, you would be given the complete guidance and the material. So it is a total about 1 month course. 1 month course, 18 chapters. The day-wise curriculum you would always see on our website. So within this 1 month, we should be able to understand right from the scratch, right from the basics of Power BI as per this complete lab plan. And in our next classes, we'll be understanding each of these tools. But just to get some idea, you got the purpose of these tools. And here is the complete information in a single snapshot. So 6 chapters, not 6 days, 6 chapters. And same way here, again 6 chapters and 6 chapters. It's total of 1 month program now. It's total of a 1 month program, and this includes even a real-time project as well. It's for about 0.5 weeks. Including this 0.5 weeks, about half a week, we are going to get the complete project environment. The total course 1 month, including the project. So you can plan for about 3.5 weeks of the classes, 3.5 to almost 4 weeks of the classes, and remaining the project work and the prerequisites. Well, there are no specific prerequisites for this course, but having basic knowledge on SQL is an added advantage. However, we do have basic orientation classes on SQL in this particular course, the orientation part. So the Power BI training prerequisites, none technically, but SQL, prior knowledge of SQL is a recommended idea always to get the best out of our course and to get into the project and the deliverables. You need Windows 7 or higher. I request you to make sure you have this system ready in case you are planning to start the course with us. Yes, friends. Reason requesting you upfront about the prerequisites. From the very next class, we need to slowly start our practice step by step. And it's a lengthy journey. Friends, it should be a useful journey for us. And we love to see your references after your course to continue our journey. Well, so let's take it carefully, step by step. So get your prerequisites ready. Windows 7 or higher, 32-bit or 64-bit, and 4 GB RAM. Safe side. More RAM you have, the better. But minimum requirements we are talking about here. For these data sources, Azure, JSON, Excel, and other data sources will be providing you the required online credentials to access those data sources. That's a part of our course, and we always extend or friendly support for your learning process, learning requirements. With this information, yes, here it is now. Our Power BI course is total into three different plans. Finally, three plans. Core Power BI for mainly for business analysts and includes data modeling and Power BI cloud and admin activities. TSQL Power BI mainly for your resume. Mainly for your resume, we have the activities pertaining to SQL concepts. Here it is. SQL, SQL Server, database, DML and DDL activities, data modeling with keys, constraints, normal forms and joins, queries and subquery writing. That would be part of plan B concepts here, TSQL plus Power BI. And coming to plan C, TSQL Power BI MSBI. It additionally involves all the concepts, all the concepts pertaining to Power BI and SQL Server, and it also additionally involves here SSIS integration services for data warehouse data design activities. And we have, sorry for the typo here, let me just type it carefully, and this should be available for your downloads. And we also have analysis services. This analysis services is mainly for the purpose of cube design, OLAP database and cube design. We say online analytical processing database. DWS means data warehouse. OLAP means online analytical processing database design. And we have something called tabular mode cube design that works well with Power BI as well. Lot of integrations. And we have something called paginated reports, SSRS. So three different components that we learn in this MSBI course. Next, in addition to these three components, integration, analysis and reporting, we do have certification guidance and more importantly the Power BI, and MSBI integration components. Power BI, MSBI integration components. Yes, once again friends, all training sessions are completely practical and into real time, and we request the participants to kindly practice on time to get the maximum benefit out of our training classes. Yes, and duration 1 month for Power BI, 1.5 months for TSQL, and Power BI, TSQL and MSBI, that is Power BI plan C, it is for 3 months. With this information, we'll stop for now, and of course along with MCSA guidance, everything would be technical, chapter wise mock tests, and for registration on my screen. You may go for either live online training, in-house classroom training or video training. Again, videos are also completely into technical aspects, and yes, we promise you again and again, all sessions should be completely into real time. I'm pretty sure you would really enjoy the journey with our SQL school. Yes, with this we'll stop for today. Hope you got some idea now about what is Power BI. It's completely into reporting and data modeling activities. With this we'll stop now, and we shall wait for your clarifications or further communications in regards to this course. Thank you.